In last session, you have learned the queue operations. Now, in this session, you will learn the algorithm and procedures of queue operations. First, you will learn the procedure and algorithm of adding a new element onto queue. Then you will learn the removing an element from a queue. So first we are going to learn algorithm of NQ operation. Step first, check if the queue is full. Then step 2, if the queue is full, then produce overflow error and exit. It means there are no space to add any element. In step 3, if the queue is not full, it means there is a space to add an element. In that case, increase rear pointer to point to the next empty space, because we always add a new element at the rear place. So we have to increase the rear pointer. And in step 4, add data element to the queue location where the rear is pointing. After adding the data element, we have to return success. It means the element is inserted successfully. Now you will learn procedure to perform NQ operation. In this procedure, first we have to begin the procedure. Procedure NQ begin. If queue is full, then return overflow. And if this is and if of this one, if now if condition is false, then we have to increase the rear pointer by 1, rear equal to rear plus 1. Now assigning the value of data to queue of rear position. So queue of rear equals to data, then return true. Return true means this operation performed successfully. And end procedure. This is the end of this procedure. Now you will learn algorithm to perform the queue operation. The queue operations means we are going to remove an element from a queue. For this, first we have to check the queue is empty. If queue is empty, that means we cannot remove any data from that queue. If queue is empty, then produce underflow error and exit. In step 3, if the queue is not empty, then access the data where front is pointing. We have to access the data from front position, because deletion always takes place from the front end and insertion always takes place from the rear end. In step 4, increment front pointer to point the next available data element. Then return success. It was algorithm of the queue operation. Now you will learn procedure of the queue operation. First you have to write procedure the queue begin. If queue is empty, then return underflow. And if this condition is true, then return this one, and end if. That means procedure is end. Otherwise, control will come at next statement, data equals to q of front. So value of q of front will store in data variable, and in this step we are increasing front by 1, front equals to front plus 1, then return true end procedure. This is procedure of deck Q. Now you will learn procedure is empty. In is empty procedure, we have to check whether the queue is empty or not. If queue is empty, then we have to check that how can we check that the queue is empty or not. So first you have to write procedure is empty begin if front less than 0 or front is greater than rear. It means there are no element in the list or queue, so it will return true, otherwise return false. And this is end if of this if and end procedure. Whenever you apply deck Q operation or delete operation, you have to check whether Q is empty or not. So you have to write this procedure, or you can also write this condition directly in the function. Now you will learn procedure is full. If we want to remove an element from a queue, you have to check that queue is full or not. Procedure is full begin if rear equals to max, that means return true. If this condition is true, it means there is no space to insert any element, otherwise return false. So if you want to insert an element, you have to write this procedure also, because before inserting element you have to check whether space is available or not. These are procedures. You have to convert these procedures into programs, or you will learn how we can convert these procedures into functions or program. You will learn these functions in next video. Thank you.